Do you know how this affects your savings? As Warsh's Fed faces pressure to act on inflation, these indicators show it's at its lowest in years. Trimmed mean measures are painting a different picture than the headline numbers. Here's everything we know so far. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Why situational awareness hedge fund imploded, even in a tame stock market. Leopold Aschenbrenner's $45 billion hedge fund was forced to slash public stock positions after a historic momentum reversal triggered margin calls. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
Is this the biggest MLB move of the year? MLB trade deadline odds, breaking down teams favored to land Freddie Peralta, Luis Ariz, and other big names with the MLB trade deadline fast approaching. Here's a look at betting odds for some star players' next teams. Here are the key details. Teams across the league are reacting as this story continues to develop. This is one of the top stories we're watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CBS Sports MLB. More MLB headlines every day. Subscribe now.
Every American with a bank account needs to hear this. Fintech broker Clear Street offers investors pre-IPO access to $188 billion. AI giant Databricks fintech brokerage Clear Street is launching a private markets platform, beginning with Databricks stakes to give investors more access to late-stage startups. This is why it matters. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Did the NFL make the right call here? NFL Training Camp Injuries Tracker. Latest updates on Nick Scorton, Shemar Stewart, Chris Brazzell II, and more. Scorton and Brazzell are out for the season with knee injuries, while Stewart was carted off the practice field Wednesday. Here's what's actually happening. NFL insiders say this development will have major implications for the rest of the season and possibly beyond. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. Stay on top of the football season. Follow us for daily coverage.
Is this good or bad for the country? You decide. Trump warns Iran fighting isn't over as he vows U.S. will win. As talks fade, Trump says Iran will peter out as U.S. strikes continue, but admits the 5-month conflict could drag on as November midterm elections approach. The key facts you need to know. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by Fox News Politics. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
This baseball story just changed the entire season. MLB rumors. Taylor Ward's market materializes. Mets scratch Freddie Peralta as trade interest picks up. We're headed into the final weekend before Monday's trade deadline. Here's everything we know so far. Baseball fans and sports analysts say this story will define the rest of the season. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CBS Sports MLB. For daily MLB news and baseball updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.
This White House decision is affecting your daily life right now. Trump administration drops reflecting pool vandalism charge and admits botched repairs. President Donald Trump had blamed sick vandals, and a former Olympian had been charged, but prosecutors now say contractors caused the damage. Let's break this down quickly. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by BBC US and Canada. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates.
Congress just passed something, and most Americans do not know yet. Trump announced a deal for Hamas to disarm. And the U.S. economy slowed a bit. President Trump says a deal has been reached for Hamas to completely disarm and Israeli forces to withdraw from Gaza. And the U.S. economy slowed some, but Americans continued to spend. Here are the key details. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by NPR Politics. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
Did the NFL make the right call here? Renner's 2027 NFL Draft Scouting Series, ranking the top 10 safeties including the next Kyle Hamilton, T. Johnson has drawn comparisons to the All-Pro Hamilton since arriving at Notre Dame in 2024. This is why it matters. Football fans across America are reacting strongly, and sports commentators are calling this one of the biggest stories of the season. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. For daily NFL news and updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.